especially with our program, being playing all these high-ranked teams and to get embarrassed by how our field is looking.
As we know, football already is a rough sport, but some local athletes, it's much worse for them because of the field that they're playing on.
That's right. We already exposed issues with artificial turf across CCSD campuses. Now, 13 Chief Investigator Darcy Spears shows you the grass isn't always greener on the natural side.
Here at Liberty High School, their very first game of the season was against an out-of-town team from Chandler, Arizona. When officials from that team got here and saw the conditions of the field, they said if they'd known it was going to be this bad, they wouldn't have even come to Las Vegas to play the game.
It's basically like playing on concrete. It was in much worse shape than it is now.
Rich Morocco is head coach of the powerhouse Liberty Patriots in Henderson.
The district has put a little bit of extra love and care in the field the last 2 weeks since we complained.
He says Liberty's principal had to read the district the riot act after the embarrassment of the first game. Coach Morocco says the district knew back in May that the field was in bad shape because he was the one telling them. What are the issues that we are seeing and not seeing with your field?
There's some spots in it that aren't very safe. There's divots and holes and sprinkler heads that are too low.
And this sinkhole in the middle of the field.
Drive it.
Coach Morocco says new sod was put down at Liberty just a couple weeks before that first game against Chandler, and the district ramped up the watering. But it was too little, too late.
There's about 6 or 7 areas on the field where the new sod was put in and the old grass hadn't grown up to the level of the new sod, so there was a lip. And at any of those spots where you're running, you could have rolled an ankle or tripped.
Even minor injuries at this age could be life-changing for these athletes.
We have several kids with major Division I scholarships.
Bear one.
He's talking about senior outside linebacker.
Yeah, we've never had a nice, clean field.
Halatoa Tai.
You worry that a kid like that steps in the hole the wrong way or, tears an ACL or, breaks a leg, that could be consequences that affect him and lose a scholarship.
For Toa, it's also about Patriot pride.
It's disappointing because, especially with our program, being playing all these high-ranked teams and to get embarrassed by how our field is looking.
And it's not just the field proper. The danger extends beyond the sidelines.
This is some of the most dangerous. A lot of injuries happen right as the kid's coming out of bounds because, again, he's going full speed. He's trying to slow up, putting the brakes on, so to say, and then you run into this that's completely unlevel and, you can easily twist a knee, twist an ankle.
Adding to the parade of embarrassments on the field, Coach explains what else happened in that season opener against Chandler.
And of course, the sprinklers go off right in front of the visiting team, so now they're like, it makes them even more angry, like we're playing on this crappy field and now, the sprinklers are sprinkling all over our kids.
It took nearly 20 minutes to get the sprinklers off because the district controls watering from a central location and there's no way for Liberty staff to manually turn it off. Coach Morocco understands money is always an issue, but says the grass really is greener on the other side of the state line, referring to public schools they play against in Arizona.
Their field was like a golf course. And they're a desert in Phoenix, just like we are.
In CCSD, it's not just Liberty's field that's getting the yellow flag.
And it's a problem all over the district,
Google Earth images taken over time show grass fields at Shadow Ridge and Centennial, which have similar issues to those at Liberty.
And our referee tonight will be Jeffrey Carr.
Just before kickoff at Cheyenne in North Las Vegas last week, referees were seen checking a large raised area near the 50-yard line. But the game went on despite the clearly unlevel playing field. Back at Liberty, they're hearing promises that the fields will get the attention they need.
We'll see as time goes on. I've been doing this a long time, and it's not the first year that we've been dealing with a bad field.
This story is about student safety on athletic fields. Even though the school district says safety is their #1 priority, they refuse to do an on-camera interview. They did send a statement citing the adverse impact that watering restrictions and excessive summer heat can have on fields, saying maintenance crews aerate and fertilize throughout the year and replace sod as needed, and that they maintain central control of landscape watering to ensure compliance with Southern Nevada Water Authority regulations. Darcy Spears, 13 Investigates.